I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big. I am big. I am so big.
Det er da Dane Før Gamer. Mit navn er Kiba Snowpaw, og i dag skal vi spille et novellespil, et russisk novellespil. Og jeg vil sige, at bare fordi allerede ordet russisk kommer ind i det her spil, er nok til, at jeg faktisk har faldet mine forventninger til spillet. Fra mine erfaringer er russere ikke særlig gode til at lave spil. De spil, jeg har prøvet, er noget som Metro og fanden er det andet hedder. Jeg kan ikke huske det. Det er også et andet russisk spil. Spillene har været udmærket, men det har aldrig været et godt spil. Og så jeg har ikke mine forventninger til det her eller ej. Men nu får vi se. Jeg har ikke prøvet det her spil nu. Jeg har ikke læst noget om det her spil endnu. Jeg har hverken læst negativ eller positive kommentarer eller noget som helst. Så det er fuldstændig frisk. Så alt hvad jeg ser er det jeg faktisk ser, og ikke fra andres meninger end mine egne. Så lad os komme i gang. I wonder what is the spirit of New Year, and what is New Year itself. Just another time circle, one of the many with letter day, or a much more alluring and mysterious event. If my memory served me right, the New Year was celebrated even in ancient Rome. Who knows, maybe even before that. But why is it a holiday, and why are people so excited about it? Everyone decorate New Year trees, dream up various stories, invites their friends. Lena. What? Simone, there's a lot of free space behind it. What's the matter? Are you what sort of wanting the toys? Lena's voice made me snap out of my thoughts, and I found myself standing still, clutching a small glass statue of a snow maiden in my frantic hands. Yeah, I'm on it. Hvorfor de der russiske navn? Jeg kan ikke udtale dem. Savaya. Chop it smaller. We won't be able to eat it this way. Ulana. Cucumbers should be over there. Have a look, please. All right. In moment. Everyone around is busy with holiday duties. Even I, driven by the ambitions, volunteer to bring a decorated New Year tree. Today is the 21st of December. We reached an agreement to celebrate New Year's. Alina's. It just happened that way. Anyway, it's not like we had any other options. Lena's place were the obvious choice after all. Who will be pleased to celebrate New Year's on untidy and dusty apartment like mine, or in a dormitory in which Slavia and Alisa lived? Slavia. Several hours left until New Year, and the preparations were going all out. I was finishing decorating our New Year's tree. Slavia, Uliana, and Lena were casting their spells on the festival meals. Meanwhile, Alisa dashed to get the groceries as we were running out of ingredients, der var den. In the last minute. Jeg skulle lige have det til at lyde rigtigt i mit hoved. Det er sådan lidt svært. Jeg ved, hvad ordet betyder, jeg ved, hvordan det lyder, men nogle gange fra at vide, hvordan det lyder i mit hoved, til at få det ud af munden, det er ikke altid lige, lige godt for mig. Jeg kan læse rimelig flydende i mit hoved, men lige snart jeg skal udtale dem, så er det der går glud af dem. Og det er en af de gode ting ved at lave de her novellespil, er, så jeg ligesom får trænet mit engelsk tale samtidig. Jeg ved godt, det ikke er det bedste, så det er en af grundene til at også gøre dem. Obelis, we were hoping that... Ej, det er russisk navn, mand. Hvad er det? Shinya and Masha will drop in, but the evening was getting darker, and the girls were nowhere to be seen. Jeg må da sige, at teksten er flydende, og man læser ikke ligesom en af de andre novellespil, hvor jeg ligesom følte, at jeg skulle tvinge mig selv til at sige det, som det stod. Jeg følte det ikke, som det var en normal, flydende læsning, som det her. Så det er mindst positivt ved det. Så det er altid noget. The front door slam, all right. What? Aluwin. Hvad fanden er aluwin? In the freezing frost air that could even be felt there near the Christmas tree. Come get the supplies. Have you finally hung the class statue on a branch? I came up to Alex, judging by her voice. The supplies were pretty heavy. She stood with her back against the wall, trying to catch her breath. Lena, could you find an apartment even higher? Wow, sure, it doesn't matter whether it's the second or fifth floor. It's exhausting in any case. She shouted in the direction of the living room. Only muffled laughter echoed from there. What? You climbed the stair while carrying all that? Can't you see? Why didn't you use an elevator? Alice stood up to me and glared angrily at me. Being a smart ass, the elevator always went up and I didn't want to wait. What you standing still for? Move this to the kitchen. Stop making eyes at me and move. Alice was always been a kind of a locomotive, and at the same time an ignition spark in the company, just as Oliana. If we gather up here, hvor fanden kom det herfra? If we gather up somewhere, it was definitely their scheme. The bag appeared to be really heavy, and when I tried to pick them up, I couldn't hold a cry of surprise. Oh, how fable they mean! How fable the men are these days. Come on, let me help you. Together we managed to get the last stretch due to the load back. To the load. Skulle der ikke stå to the loaded bag, altså en overfyldt, eller en helt fyldt taske? Eller hvad? Det tror jeg. Jeg tror ikke, jeg skulle stå loaded. Jeg tror, jeg stod loaded, men like I said, I'm not an English teacher. So, bags to the couch. That... What? Hvorfor har de også lavet det så gennemsigtigt? Man kan dog nok se, hvad der står. L-A-M-E-N. Lamentably cracked under their weight. What have you bought so much for? you would thank me in the morning. Whoa, girls, there are so... Oh, so some... Hey, whoa, girls, there are some firecrackers over here. Noisy Olania has already peed inside the bag through the hole in through a hole in its sides, pulled out a long black box, yelling cheerfully, tearing the bag even harder. Wangs fell out and rolled around the floor. BC Ulana Uljana. Jeg ved sgu ikke, hvordan man udtaler et fucking russisk navn. No. Having noticed the disaster she is done, Uljana gathered the food quickly and pretended a nice girl. Pretended to be a nice girl. The front door slammed again. Hey, everyone! And where have you been looting about? Marcia entered the living room wearing a dark dress and wool neck sweater that suited her perfectly. I wasn't looting anywhere. We recorded our song today and I tell you girls, it's beautiful. So what's up? Got any news? Are there more people to come? 'Cause there are so few of us here. Oh, Simonia, hey there too. Even though there were only 6 of us, it was getting pretty crowded in Luna's one-room flat. One-room flat? What? One-room floor? Probably. Jeg mener, hvad fanden er one-room flat? Flat betyder flad. No. What a beautiful Christmas tree you have. Is it real or fake? You know we bought a fake one and it smells so beautiful, well, like plastic, you know. And here you have a real one. It's so cute. I adore real Christmas tree. When I was little, we used to bring and decorate a real Christmas tree, and I will even chew its needles. And I also love Olivia salad too. Do you add pickles to it? My mother always does. But one of my friend doesn't. Det der du er lige en smule for tæt på. Jeg skulle så skaffe der 2, og så du har været hernede. Somebody had to claim Marcia's endless chatter down, so they so I did wait. They could wait. What? So I did. They waited. So they wait. They wait to chime in the conversation, or should I say, monologue. We are waiting for Shania. Det skal nok blive en lang novelle, hvis jeg skal udtale alt det navn hver gang. Help us sort out this stuff, will you? Okay. Oh, by the way, this evening we suddenly she went silent, push in mid-sentence. This evening you what? It's nothing. With a great deal of commotion, Mansion went about loading off the bags, sorting food on the table while leaving the rest of the stuff on the sofa. There was a strange, nearly forgotten feeling that I had been haunting me restless throughout the whole holidays, as thought I was 12 again, hurrying up to bed so that I could wake up early in the morning and open up gift waiting for me under the New Year's tree. Så hvis jeg kan forstå her, så åbner de åbenbart gaver julemorgen, den 24. morgen. På det får vi, så hvis jeg foregik den 23. Og her siger de wake up in the morning. til åben gift, og hvis det er den 23. og hun klæder dig til dagen efter, og de åbne gaver om morgenen, som er den 24. så kører de, som de kører i, hvad jeg ved af, mest af Europa. I Amerika, så gør de det den 23. Åbner de gaver den 23. Juledag, så vidt jeg husker. Og ikke den 24. Ja, jeg mener i hvert fald, så vidt jeg husker. Anyway. And measures strange, nothing only serve to and measures strange, nothing only serve to reinforce this feeling. We enforce. Like we enforce this feeling. Det tror jeg faktisk, der står we enforce this feeling. Sorry for my bad English. I guess this is the first time in about 5 or 7 years to find myself in a high spirit on the eve of the new year. Today I enjoy myself rather than stay buried. Så jeg kan stå buried. Altså med hovedstaver det. Jeg tror der står buried. Like a mold within 4 walls. Forcing my... What? Forcing my eyes not to miss the moment the clock in the corner of the screen makes the beginning of another circle of the season I couldn't tell the difference between. It's all thanks to the girls. It's only a while since the day we all met. Though up to now we will been hanging out together and visit each other pretty much often, as if we were all friends. Well, perhaps it was the truth of after all. But can we call everything that happened to us real, or was it just a bright and vivid dream our company shared? Though it matter not now, the more important things is the lesson we learn from this dream. The hand of the clock was... Okay, det var ikke ud. Må lige slukke den her, hvis jeg kan. Ellers ringer den igen om 10 år. Det var ikke ude, det var kalenderen. Her. Der er ingen grund til, at den ringer. Så. Stadig omkring det. Nå, der så var jeg. Jeg blev forstyrret af mit vækkeur. The hand of the clock was approaching the 10 p.m. mark westerly. Lena and Slavia were having a chat and rattle dishes in the kitchen. Oil was sizzling on the pan, and some meat was baking in the oven, filling the kitchen with... What? Nå, en anden ting, jeg har lagt mærke til, det er, jeg mener... fuck. Jeg kan sikkert ikke gå tilbage. Nå. Jeg mener, at hvis det står med S, så er det amerikansk. Står det med Z, så er det engelsk. Jeg mener, englænderne, de bruger Z også. Hvad er nu? Amerikanerne bruger S i stedet. Det er bare en ting, jeg har lagt mærke til. Så hvis du ser S'er i ord, så er det fordi, de bruger den engelske oversættelse. Sætter i ordene, så er det fordi, de bruger den engelske oversættelse. Og ser du S'er i stedet for, så er det den amerikanske oversættelse. I kan skrive i kommentaren, hvis jeg er forkert på den, men det er bare sådan, jeg har lagt mærke til det i hvert fald. Så. Lot of trumpet was hanging from each and every corner. I wished... What? Garlands were winking with bright colors, and dolls' glassware was glittering from the branches of the New Year tree. The sense of tangerine. Tangerine, det er ikke appelsiner, det er heller ikke, det er enten mandariner, eller den der lige midten, hvad den hedder. Der er en størrelse mellem mandariner og clementiner. Jeg tror også tangerine, det er clementiner. Mandariner hedder vist mandarine på engelsk, og appelsiner, det er orange. Så tangerine, jeg mener, det er terpentiner. Terpentiner, ja, mener det hedder. Som er størrelse mellem mandariner og appelsiner. And pine needles serve as a complement of the elevated atmosphere of holiday, just like in good old days of childhood. Oliana and Alisa went outside, having a strong intention to try out the explosive content of the bag that filled it to the limit. Masha was lying on the sofa and seemed to be falling asleep. I was sitting in an old and soft armchair, staring aimless at the TV screen, where a bunch of snow business stars is brightly colored, dressing Hollywood, smiles shining on their faces, were wishing their audience Happy New Year. Through at that very moment, I had a slightest intention to notice any of their historians' behavior. All I wanted to see was a noisy celebration of holiday with cheerful people and their never-fading smiles. And I wanted to believe in their countless wishes and happiness and health, and what every wish will undoubtedly come true, this time at last. My eyes easily caught a sign of some kind of little dark box lying on the floor. Or lining as firecrackers. At the same time, a mobile phone rang somewhere in the kitchen. You want me to drop them? Nah, climb up and take them by yourself. I won't drop them to you. What? Oh, okay. See ya more on. Go down and give those firecrackers to Olania. She left them somewhere in the room. Those were moving. What? Thoughts were moving slowly in my head, as if my mind was enfolded in some haze, and I didn't want to leave this soft and cozy armchair. Thought, why don't I go and breathe some fresh air? My stomach needs to take a break from those tempting smells anyway. Det er næsten ikke til at læse de der skide ord der. Thought it was too stuffy in the apartment. I'll go for a walk, I said to the girls in the kitchen, and left the apartment shuffling on my coat. The street greeted me with noises from every corner. Someone was launching fireworks. Children were playing with pig tops. That pig tops, like little toys that were spinning and launching shaves of multicolored spikes. That was spinning and launching. Nå, jeg har aldrig hørt om. Jeg aner ikke, hvad der er. Olania and Alisa. Jeg kan ikke udtale den her. Alisa. Nå. setting up a huge firework that was properly equipped with at least 30 shots, as the box wasn't a small one. Det er sikkert batteri. I'm afraid to imagine what cut off our budget was spending on this insanity. Got it. Instead of answering, I show her the small box. Give it here. Ulania snatched the box out of my hand. Eller snatch, tror jeg der stod. Den lyder i hvert fald latterligt. Well, now we are going to walk this night. So had a twinkle in her eye, just like a small child. She was probably thinking of something to blow up the whole time. Why you buy them? You could make it yourself. It isn't the first time for you, after all. If looks could kill, there be just a small pile of ash left of me under Alice insinuating Claire. You such a jackass, Simonia was wrong. Whereas capitalism prevailed over the young chemist. All habits still turn up in the worst time possible, and now I realize I unwillingly teased Alisa. All right, I'm sorry. Don't blow top, what? Hands raised themselves in recalling gesture. Will you for once stop apologizing in an upcoming year? Maybe just don't get mad at me. She just tinkled waved me aside and chilly struck. I'm gonna get a warm. Freeze yourself if you want to. My coat wasn't the most frostproof one, which is why I started to freeze as soon as I left the punch and felt the first wind blast. Just as I wanted to go back to the apartment, I was actually pulled by the sleeve. Hey, who's gonna launch the fireworks? And there are still some firecrackers left. Hvor har jeg bare sølvsten? Alisa, you can go back home while we prepare for the lunch. I pointed my finger at the bag with firework cylinder sticking out of it. Well, so you are numbskull after all. She snorted, turned around impressively, and talked back to the apartment. You got what you wanted. I'm a numbskull now. Olania just giggled behind my back in response, and my neck was instantly bit by millions of ice needles. You redhead piece of whatever. Without even turning around, I carefully dropped, trying to cover myself from incoming snowball with one hand, while scooping some snow and making a snowball with another. Hey, that's not fair. She didn't even let me turn around, aiming at my head, and quite frequently hit it. Will you stop already? Nope. She lost focus just for a moment, and after two life-saving jump, I utilized a nearby bush just as cover. The stain battle waged on by dodging snowballs. I managed to warm myself up pretty nice. I no longer wish I had gone home with Alice. After another sharp hit to the bright down crackers, a snuffy voice could be heard from behind the tree. Hey, that's not fair. Go on, tell me I should taken a dive. Of course you should have. She went out from behind the tree, she snuffling, looking at me with her arm akimbo, Her upset appearance was so funny that a smile approached to my face, quite slurking with me. Get hit with a snowball, that isn't such a big deal. Alright, let's go launch some firecrackers. Easily lige 2 sekunder her. Jeg lige have været efter lidt så meget. Easily appeased temper could knock my socks off sometime. Just a moment ago she was burning me with her blazing person, and now she was already suggesting screwing around. Let's go. Ulla quickly ran away from another aluminium tin which had a thin gray string of smoke coming out of his hole. In a second, and luckily piece of aluminium was torn asunder with a sudden blast, just like a kid. Even despite the fact that Uliana was on her first year of study in a university, her ways of entertainment could be called ordinary. Judging by the other girls' story, she was always screwing around. Apparently, she even volunteered to be a camp leader. Ulania as a camp leader, that image appeared in my head eller andet underligt. Instantaneously. A pioneer uniform, her strict voice lecturing, ankle bitters. I couldn't contain the laughter. What you're laughing at? At nothing, just thinking why some individual still enjoy playing with firecrackers. Ulla gave me a surprised look. What's wrong? That's funny. Where's the fun in that? Just an explosion and the tin is torn apart. It's possibly to hurt an eye with a splinter. Let's not do this again, okay? I'm worried. Ulania wore her hands in protest. About yourself, about you as well. Well, if you are worried about me, we won't do this again. An explosion went off right behind her. Alright. I found something should be done to bring that girl to her senses. Yeah, alright, that was the last one, I swear. I stretched my hand out as Ulania sorrowful unloaded the rest of the wire hands in her palm of my hand. You are indeed boring. What's we gonna do then? I was about to suggest something, but immediately reconsidered it because I had nothing to suggest. I couldn't even imagine what one could do outside in the winter beside wandering around between the house and the nearest mini-mark and optionally study. Let's make a snowman. I gave him a considering look. I'm still 10 years old for you. What's wrong with it? To me it's fun. She silently sat on her knuckles and started to fold the snow. I was standing nearby and assumedly was her attempt to make something round of a slush ball. Don't just stand there, help me. Well, great, Willie, mature, okay, we'll make a few balls, put it on top of each other, so what? Olana stood up and threw a serious look at me. Look, that's all, everything is part of New Year, the prison, the snow, the bell chime, father, frost, all of this is New Year. I don't get it. Why are you such a dejected creature? What happened in your life that you look like all the fun has been pumped out of you? this thing is nothing happens. That's why I'm like that. I'm not sure if that was the truth or not, but somehow I really wanted to trust myself that the reason for my passiveness, who was who was my style of life itself, not me. It always pleasantly to know that someone else is responsible for your failures. Olania kicked the slush ball and it fell apart. She turned around and headed to the punch. I frozen place just a second ago. I was ready to leave myself, but now I feel extremely offended by myself by being such a miserable toad. I can't even pretend I'm cheerful to not upset the girl. I feel some kind of pleasant tight lump appear in my chest. If I manage to upset Olania, I really did something wrong, and this holiday to boot. I mean, a lot. I mean a lot to her, a lot for her. I couldn't not have had those feelings, but for sure didn't have the desire to bully for someone. I sat down in front of the tumbled snow slush ball and tried to gather it in one piece. Somehow I managed to do it. Then I started to roll it on the ground carefully, strengthening the sides. The slush ball was slowly turning into a shaper. So where are you? She turned around and saw me making circle around the swirl. What you're standing for? Come on, make me a second one. Olania instantly come closer and started to make a second ball, keeping an eye on me. She tried to roll it, but all of a sudden slipped, and her face fell directly on the slush ball where she got up. Her appearance was so hilarious that I couldn't contain myself and burst into laughter. Funny as a crutch. But her face was a dead giveaway. In a second she couldn't control herself and started laughing out loud. Then she made a snowball and threw it in my face. The snow cast precisely in my mouth, which made the situation even more hilarious. Having finally stopped laughing, we continued to make the snowman smiling from ear to ear. And here it is, something made of 3 snow. Hvorfor bruger de det ord? Kan I ikke bare sige snowkugler eller snowballs? With hands that were supporting the fat potty belly standing before us. Instead of nose, the snowman had a branch and some random cornless ends up as his eyes. If only we have a carrot, that will be real classic, with a broom in the hand and a bucket on the head to the prices. I was standing next to Ulania and watched the snow miraculously, and all of a sudden I felt so warm and cheerful, like going back to childhood when we were walking and playing in the snow with my parents. Ulania looked at me and I grabbed her hand. I just had a sudden desire to hold someone's hand. It actually was like childhood. The snow falling from the sky, the New Year's tree light up, the outdoors, the snowman, someone's hand you can slap. I checked the time. New Year was at hand. I dragged Ulana's attention to the fireworks. Let's launch them right at 12 o'clock. All right. She said and gave me a warm smile. The phone clock was counting down. The last second of this strain full of mystery, losses and discovery happen and sad moments. Yeah. Igen er ved at gå ud af boksen. Ulana rose with a spring and pulled my sleeve. It's time. It is. She took a match full out of her pocket and went up to the auxiliary, which was armed and ready by the time. 5, 4. Ulana was emblazing wish after weeks after weeks, constantly swearing and breaking the match. 3, 2, the last week ignited, screwing the crown with the spikes. 1, and quietly in the first second of New Year night, above us shine with bright lights that look like marvelous flowers, red, green, golden, you name it. Look, look! She went up to me, grabbed my hand and pointed at the sky, although that was actually unnecessary. I was fascinated by the sight as well. What's so special about these lights? A snowman, after all, why exactly this day? Why do they make you warm up from the dream? Dust of the fluff lighten you up, your soul. Watching Ulania, it's become clear that I just forced myself too deeply in the borders of dejection and loneliness I created myself. So maybe it is time to break those bonds and once again learn to joyful the simplicity things and being a child at least sometimes. A gym of balls. Puh. A gym of ball occurred for someone's open window. Olania shouted, "Happy New Year!" and suddenly kissed me right on my unshaved cheek. The same moment she became extremely shy because of her abrupt dropping her eyes and quit holding my hand. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Nothing. She went bright red, nearly matching the shade of her cheek with the color of her hair. Her embarrassed look gave me the warm feeling. I grabbed her hand and caught her surprised eyes. "Hey, no Becky." I bent down and kissed her in her ear and said, "Happy New Year." Og jeg tror faktisk, det var det. Yep. So there you have it. Thanks for reading this short story. Our theme wishes you Happy New Year, and we believe that positive thinking, kind people all met your strong and successful engagement will lead you to the bright future where all your dreams and the most extreme ones without doubt to come home find you ever after. Good luck. Det kiggede mig stærkt, der kunne jeg ikke følge med. Hallo, kan jeg køre ned? Hvad er det der? Nå. Load. Jeg vil ikke load. Lad os se, hvad vi har fået af galleribilleder. Vi har køkken. What the? Okay. Hvad har vi her? Juletræ. What? Okay. Stuen. Det må så være elevatoren. Det er hun ikke gad at tage, fordi den var kørt op. Og taget. Og elevatoren igen. CC. Nice. Det er den, jeg fik. Så jeg tror, at de her de 3 andre muligheder, du har mulighed for at få. Endings. Det er mit gæt. Jeg ved det ikke. Nå, men det her var, hvad hedder nu, nytårs novellespil. Det var okay. Teksten var nok det var bedst den her. Tegningen var okay. Ja, det er et gratis spil, så jeg vil sige, det er udmærket for et gratis spil at være.